And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Richter, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes.
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but you know.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start
do,
laughing.
do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
Just a sexy eye right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Each words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Yes. Woo! Yes, we back at it again, guys. I'm hoping that you guys are having a fantastic and wonderful Wednesday, because it's Wednesday, guys. It's hump day. It's hump day. Yeah. It's Wednesday. Hump day, y'all. I'm hoping you guys are having a fantastic one. I don't know about you guys, but it is a beautiful day outside right now. I'm very excited about taking my dogs for a walk, real talk, after the show to breathe in this wonderful air, because I did that yesterday, and I talked about this on my 5 p.m. show last night, and I gotta be real. I did not want to go outside. I don't know why, but I just didn't want it. I just didn't want to. You feel me? And then all of a sudden, I was like, F it, let's do it. And I did. And to be straight, absolutely 110% funky with you, I was so thankful that I did that. I felt so energized. I felt so good. It was like I had 3 cups of coffee. No, better yet, 2 tall boys of Monster drink. All right? I felt so good. I was so thankful that I went outside. So if you're having a beautiful day and the sun is shining and all that, after this show, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, after this show, get your butt outside. Take a walk. Take 10 minutes to walk outside, and I guarantee you are going to be very thankful that you went outside and took a walk. All right? Just get out of your general little bubble that you're used to and just venture out. Walk a mile. Just walk a mile, and I guarantee you will thank me later. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful morning. Please comment down below if you're having a good day. Let us know if you're feeling good today, because I am. I'm feeling pretty good. You know, another day above this earth is an absolute blessing, y'all. Can I hear an amen?
Amen.
There we go. We got Jackie Buck and Tom showing hard. Tommy Boy in the house. Jackie Buck. Tommy Boy. What a guan.
How's it going, Tom?
It's going all right. Yeah, another morning. Another morning like every other morning, it seems like. That whole Groundhog Day thing. I know this is probably the 3rd or 4th time I've said that.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Yes.
That's just what it is.
All right.
Beating that bush, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I
Jackie.
went outside, Pascal, and then I got allergies. So thanks.
Oh, well, damn, man. I mean, I did not recommend for you to do it. So don't get mad at me if you went outside and you got them allergies. If you just happen to be unperfect and have allergies, I'm just kidding. I have allergies too, so I'm unperfect too. All right, but I didn't shovel no dirt. I didn't move dust around in my backyard. You feel me? I took my dogs on a very innocent and normal walk. Okay, I didn't kick rocks and bring up that pollen and stuff to get up in my nostrils and stuff, man.
That's because you basic.
What? How dare you say I ain't basic at all, man?
You with your small dogs.
I'm beyond.
You
beyond
probably
basic.
didn't even walk them. You probably carried them in a bag, didn't you?
Okay, first off, let me tell you something about this. No. And I don't know if it's still a trend or something like that. I don't know if it's still a thing, but no. Hell no. I don't know. They got legs. Use them. They're dogs. Use your feet. Walk. Mother lover, walk. You know what I'm saying? You don't. There's no reason to put a dog in a bag to take him out for a walk. No reason. No reason. No reason. Anyway, aside from you getting the allergies and everything, you went outside. I know you had a mound of dirt. So tell me a little bit about that real quick.
Yeah, because we got that garden going in the backyard, and we have a couple different garden beds, and then a couple metal tins that are used for like beans and stuff like that. Magic beans that grow until the sky goes, And but you got to get that good garden bed soil. So we got that delivered yesterday, dumped right in our driveway. You guys did not show up, so
social distancing, man.
Yep, you held good to your word.
Yeah,
thanks.
Lo siento.
And then, but we got that stuff going on. So we are still moving it to the back because the one thing that we don't have is a wheelbarrow. So we've been using the kids' sleds and filling those up and then having them pull them to the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really slow process.
Oh, I believe that.
So, yeah. But I'm going to be trying to beat the rain today. So we're going to see what happens.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to rain later on tonight. So, I mean, you got all day to get it done.
Yeah.
You know, you got all day.
Except for 3 hours right now. I got all afternoon to get this done.
Well, hey, I don't need you. I'm totally kidding. End call. I'm totally kidding. I need you, man. You're my boy, Brew. Blue. You're my boy, Brew. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. There's something wrong with me today. Anyway, so we went around the room. Of course, we're all doing good. We're all alive and kicking right now. So thank you, everybody, for commenting. Woodgrain, good morning. What's up, man? Oh, by the way, Woodgrain, the other guy's name is Tom. Just so you know.
Hello,
okay,
Woodgrain.
Sup. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching anywhere else on any of the social platforms that we have that we're streaming on right now, please comment below. Let us know that you exist. Say hello, the whole nine. We really appreciate it. Let us know if you're having a good day, because I don't know about you, but I'm having a good day so far. So, except this one thing is really breaking my heart. We got to go into our one of our cover stories of the day, and it's on our title in regards to Chipotle food poisoning. I got to throw this over to Tom because I just don't know what the heck is going on. Chipotle is food poisoning, and this is like one of my favorite spots like on earth. And now I'm hearing this is breaking my heart. Tell me a little bit about it, man. Speak on it, bruh.
All right. Well, Chipotle will pay $25 million to resolve allegations by federal prosecutors that its food sickened more than 1,100 people in the United States from 2015 to 2018.
Bro.
So, in theory, they haven't been food poisoning people for the last 2 years, but they are now required to pay a $25 million criminal fine to resolve these allegations.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the largest fine ever imposed in a food safety case. So it's a big deal. But the allegations of food poisoning are only from 2015 to 2018. So theoretically, they've cleaned up their act. But not after, only after sickening 1,100 people over the course of 3 years.
Yeah.
And drawing the ire of the federal government and having to pay a $25 million criminal fine.
Wow. Okay. So it's 1,100 people over the course of 2 years or 3 years?
3 years, 2015 to 2018.
Wow. Okay. So there's that. Then you got how much money do they have to spend? Do they have to pay out?
25 million.
25
million. Yeah,
25 million.
Which I mean is a drop in the bucket for Chipotle. I mean, I don't know how much they make a year, but I'm going to go ahead and guess $25 million is not very much for them.
I
Sounds
guess
like
not.
a lot of money to us.
That's a whole lot of quiche, man.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of quiche.
Or you could take double the amount of burritos instead of $1,000 payment. You could take 44,000 burrito. No.
What did you just say? Wait, Jack.
1,100 people, $25 million.
Wait, what did you say?
Hold on. It might be.
I can't.
Yeah, you're really breaking up there, Jack.
Yeah, you're breaking up like crazy, Jack. And then you're super. Tom is frozen as well, so I'm going to put it back on my lovely face for right now. Well, so yeah, and Sester said on Facebook, "What's up, Sess? Good morning. Hope you're doing well, man." That is a lot of millions, man. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. $25 million payout because of something that happened a few years back. So this, man, that's a drawn out lawsuit. So they must have been fighting tooth and nail, and then finally they, whatever happened, whatever the verdict was, obviously, now they're paying $25 million. So those 1,100 people, hopefully they're getting some of that money.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they're getting a lot of that money. I mean, I just don't know I don't know how it works. I don't know where all that money's going to be going to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I was looking here because I was curious as to see how much money Chipotle makes a year. And of course, I am in no way, shape, or form a business major or someone that understands numbers. Jack, you might, you would probably understand this more than I would. But let's see. Chipotle's net income for 2019 was $350 million. So $25 million against a net income last year of $350 million. I don't know.
So net stats are all your expenses and everything. So like that's what's left over.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
All right.
Not bad. Yeah, you're making some serious money. What were you saying, Jack?
1 month of what they make is basically being used to pay this this lawsuit.
Of what they make after expenses and overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Word.
Yeah.
So wow. So it's not that bad. I mean, it's no big deal for them, really.
Yeah.
It's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got the attorneys there probably taking $10 million, and then and then all the people splitting the rest, they're probably getting $10,000 a piece or something.
Yeah. That's funny. And even Sester said on Facebook, he said, good morning, Greg. What's up, man? Hope New York is treating you well. Good. And he says, good morning, guys.
Morning.
So Sess on Facebook said, convenient though, people need money right now. Like even if I didn't eat Chipotle, I'm looking for my reparations. Ha! Oh my God. You're stupid. You ugly, Sess.
I'd like a little bit of cash payout for the Taco Bell food poisoning I got last year. That's what I want.
Yeah, well, whatever happened.
That was the worst.
See, that's the thing. I mean, I would expect it. I would expect Taco Bell over Chipotle any day. You know what I mean? As far as food poisoning and all that. But I have seen some of the people that work behind some of the people that work there, and there was actually I do remember a time I ate some Chipotle, and I had to take some time off from it because it got me so sick. But it was like a really hot summer day, and the girl that was serving the food to me was sweating profusely, and it was just you know what I'm saying. And their backs are to the grill, you know, so the grill's like right up against them like this, you know what I mean? It's just really, really bad. And so, yeah, and it's just, they're sweating and they're doing this stuff and even I understand that it's a spoon and everything, but they're still sweat. There's still secretions just floating around. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird. You know what I mean? And but then I got sick. I got really, really sick off of that Chipotle, man. But that wasn't 3 years ago, you know. And that was only like last year. But yeah, I just, like I said, that stuff floating around, and it's just, I guess there's no surefire way of people not getting sick of some sort in regards to like food service, you know. Yeah. You always have to count in. You always have to factor in human error. Period.
Yeah. The one that happened in 2015 with Chipotle, I think that was the first case. It was up in Boston.
Yeah.
And I remember that because here in St. Louis, they were giving out free burritos for like a month. They're like, oh, if you show up before this time, you buy one burrito, you get one free. But that happened because there was a worker that came in to work. They vomited inside the restaurant, and then they cleaned it up, and then they went back to work.
Oh,
okay.
That's a health code violation.
That's a huge health code violation. But see these are the moments. These are the kind of things that people get very concerned about when it comes to right now during this whole situation that we're in, this whole pandemic. People get very worried about this, about somebody coming into work, and then I'm fine, you know, puke, you know, drinking rally, whatever it is, puking rally or drinking rally or whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean? It's fine, I'll be fine, I'm totally fine. I need the work, I need the money, and then they go into work, and then they start getting everybody else sick, and then on and on and on, you know, and that's it's a fairly decent argument out there, but regardless, people need to eat, and business still needs to move, and people still need to make money and work. So we will always have that concern still, no matter what, you know.
You know what's funny about this? You know, I guess there are 5 outbreaks that kind of led to this. They said 4 of the outbreaks were caused by employees showing up sick and causing norovirus outbreaks. Norovirus it's a funny name for me because, you know, I got food poisoning, norovirus last year. Yeah. And it was awful. But norovirus, you know, there's been a lot of talk about, you know, Trump calling it the Wuhan virus or the Chinese virus. The reason they call it the norovirus is because the norovirus was first seen in Norwalk, Ohio. So every time you get food poisoning, think Norwalk, Ohio, because it used to be called the Norwalk virus. And then Norwalk was like, hey, we don't want that. Rename it. So they said, okay, we'll call it the norovirus.
But, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting information. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that at all. That's what's up, though.
The more you know.
Yeah. Well, you guys' Skype is really jacked up. But definitely comment down below and let me know what you guys think in regards to the whole Chipotle food poisoning issue. Would you still, like, after all that, would you still go and rock some burritos or the bowl from Chipotle, or nah? You know, because here it is. There's been several issues with Taco Bell, and Taco Bell still serves food to this day. There's been so many stories. I mean, I remember from when I was a kid to all this E. coli poisoning and just crazy stuff. Food poisoning to E. coli to all this stuff. And people are still running for the border.
Yeah.
For Taco Bell, not the other one, because apparently he's trying to shut that
Del
one down.
Taco?
Oh, yeah. Del Taco.
Hell
They
Taco.
had that they had that pound burrito.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I got food poisoning from them. No, you ate a pound burrito. What did you expect to happen?
You made that decision. It's like you made that decision, y'all. You decided to go to Del Taco to get quality meat. Quality meat from Del Taco. It's like an oxymoron. That does not exist. Okay. So anyway, we're going to go into a quick commercial break, but I wanted to give you guys the Let's Talk question for this upcoming segment. The question is, do you think there should be an election in 2020? Obviously, as you guys already know, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in regards to the pandemic, in regards to the COVID-19 or the Rona or that coronavirus. And there's been a lot of speculations. There's been a lot of talks about the possibility of postponing the election this year, because how can people go and vote if everyone's getting sick and fighting off this terrible, terrible outbreak? So the question again is, do you think there should be an election in 2020? So please let the comments start rolling down below. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll be talking about our Let's Talk segment. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us in this community, all the good people different to me.
Take up in glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their self because their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. There was a feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling the road and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Is what's real to me.
Well, don't shoot the messenger, son. Visiting hours are over at 9. Stop it! Stop it!
Sit down! You don't tell me how to raise my boy. You gonna shoot me, man?
Why don't you lead up?
I just need you to tell him this for me, man. I'm out.
You need to go to the cemetery.
No!
God's plan? Yes. The hell with that.
You got $1?
No, we don't, man. Sorry.
Tell me if I can't, please! feel performing
I'm sorry,
tonight?
I can't make this interview boring because this
No, it's
man
not
is
boring.
too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is gonna leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this scrutiny. All the good people different to me.
Hey, take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their suckers and nothing unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Sorry about that little bit of a delay. We've been dealing with a little bit of technical difficulties and everything, but everybody's back up and running and back online and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to get the ball back up and rolling again. So we got to go into this segment, of course. So it's now time for Let's talk.
Now you've got to be kidding me.
He needs some milk.
And in Let's Talk today, the question of the day for you guys for Let's Talk is, do you think there should be an election this year? Do you think that there should be an election for 2020? Throw up that question. There's a lot of things going on. Obviously, everybody's trying to fight off this virus. There's the outbreaks. Things keep on spiking, the whole nine. But there has been talk about a possibility of postponing the election. So, throwing that out to everybody else, to everybody out watching, listening, contributing, and being a part of the conversation, definitely comment down below and let us know what you think. Should there be an election in 2020, or should it just be postponed? All right, I'm throwing it to the guys.
So my big thing is, if you can mail in a census and make that required from everybody by law, that they have to send in their census report, guess what else they can do by mail? They can vote.
Facts.
There is no reason in this day and age that we have to go and stand in a city hall and trust some 80-plus-year-old people that are sitting there that don't know how to use electronics to help us and guide us in our way. And then especially when all those electronic machines are owned by the people that are currently in charge.
Facts.
So
one of the
I think that's good.
So one of the people on YouTube said, Greg just said, "What's up, Greg? All the way from New York. What's up, man? Hope you guys are being safe and well over there, and you and your family are being safe and healthy." Anyway, he says, "Yes, I think there should be an election. I can't take no more of the president and his cabinet." So I agree with that wholeheartedly. Also on Facebook, Sess, what's up, Sess, said, "We can vote without physically showing up. It's 2020. This stuff isn't hard." I agree. I do agree with that as well. I know that we hopefully have some comments on elsewhere from everywhere else. I know that there's some people who commented on Facebook and all that. So Jack, I know you have some comments on that, right?
Yeah, we got a few things that came in on Facebook.
Bang.
Let me go ahead and pull them up for
No,
you here.
no worries. Tom, while he's looking it up, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, of course, I think we should be able to do it by mail. But here's the thing. We need to start thinking. I mean, the government needs to be working on this now or yesterday, really. I mean, they need to be thinking about how we can get the election going in November. They need to be thinking about whether we can do this electronically or through the mail. They need to make sure it's secure, and they need to be working on that right now, if not yesterday.
Yeah.
But you know what they're going to do? They're going to foot drag on it. They're going to say, "Oh, everything will be fine by November," and then November is going to come along, and it's not going to be safe to vote. And then Trump's going to say, "Oh, we have to suspend the election," and then we're going to get more Trump. So
possibly more Trump.
I mean, if they're not working on it now, they don't have any intention of having it ready by November. If they're not already working on it, they're not going to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I think there was a statement that Trump came out just a couple weeks ago because a couple of the states actually were putting together things for their constituents or their voters and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And they said that they're going to do mail-in ballots in those states. And Trump was trying to get that overruled because I think his statement was, if there's ever mail-in ballots, a Republican will never win again in this country.
Yeah, that's right.
So, which is just really is, stating that, without gerrymandering, we can't win.
Right.
Or without the Electoral College or photo ID laws or any other things. Yeah.
The only thing that I get concerned about personally, and you have some comments, right, Jack?
Yeah, I got some comments here. Yep.
So the one thing that I get concerned about in regards to, say, mail, so being able to do mailing your ballots in, mailing your votes in, the whole nine, or doing it electronically, is that there's a way. I mean, even though right now the system is very, very flawed and very tarnished already, my only concern is that certain parties, any party, would lean on trying to hack the system. And I don't mean that digitally speaking, but I do mean digitally and outside of digitally as well. So, I mean, that's one thing that I get concerned about is that, yeah, we're going to do a mail-in type of thing, and we're going to do all this, and it's going to be all right. And then all of a sudden, they go, oh, we lost like 50% of all the votes. Oh, darn, where did they go? You know what I'm saying? Or, there's tampering with votes and all that. And I of course, I already know that that's stuff that's already happening, or that's stuff that has happened. But that is that is very much a big concern of mine, is that people, the powers that be are going to use it to their advantage to try to swing the votes a certain way. So I get a little worried about that, not being able to physically go in and go, I physically voted. You see me in the, such and such, and, you see me in the webcams, all that stuff. You see the security cams and all that, me walking into the ballot and pressing the button. I voted for this person and they're tampering with my stuff. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I get worried about when it comes to doing those absentee ballots and all that. Doing it all digitally, I feel like it could get hacked like a mug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we already do secure online banking. I mean, there are all kinds of things that, that we already do.
Yeah.
It just seems like voting is the last holdout as far as like reaching the 21st century. And they need to be working on this yesterday. I mean, they're already canceling Oktoberfest. There are signs that this shutdown is going to last maybe through the end of the year.
Yeah.
So if they're not already working on securing the election and making sure people can safely vote either through the mail or electronically or from home somehow, if they're not already working on that, they have no intention of doing it at all.
Right.
And they're just going to foot drag on it until the last minute. They're like, oh, we can't have an election. It's not safe. Which is exactly what an autocrat like Trump wants. So.
Yeah. I mean, so there's, it's technically not allowed. So unless if Congress allows it to happen, there's federal election day laws for presidential electors, senators, and U.S. representatives as a Tuesday next after the first Monday in November. So if Republicans want to change this law, they would have to go through the Democratic House. And the 20th Amendment, moreover, provides that the terms of the president and the vice president shall end at noon on the 20th day of January. So even if it was somehow canceled, their terms would expire, and the next in line that would be sworn in would be the Speaker of the House.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So there's still some safeguards that are put in there. I do know that there's been laws in the past that said during wartime that a president could potentially delay an election, but it still doesn't stop them from the transfer of power from happening within the government.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be curious to see what really happens with that, because we all know Trump has a way of kind of ignoring the law.
Yeah. Or he probably tried to find a way.
We'll see.
Or he tried to find a way. Or he'd probably try to find a way to actually see if he can do a third term. He might try to do something crazy like that too. Yep.
We got Molly on Facebook says yes. David says 100% yes. Amanda says absolutely. Kate Klosterman Schoenhard.
That's my mom.
Can't come soon enough.
Come on, Mom. That's my mom.
William says yes. Curtis Allen, he said, this is America, bro. They don't get to reschedule elections. And then Mary Ann Klosterman says yes. Emphatically, all spelled with capital.
Hey, that's my aunt.
That's what's up.
Klosterman's representing today.
I was gonna say your family's representing hard on this piece right now. I love that though. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I mean,
we're not finding anybody that's saying no.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. I hope that that doesn't happen. I know that they're teasing with that. They're messing around with that. I think even Trump said something about it. saying that, oh, let's postpone it. Let's postpone the elections or something like that. Because I don't know. It's crazy to think that. It's crazy to think that we would actually postpone the elections because of this. And man, there are guys who pull up and make apps faster than I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So if they can't come up with some sort of foolproof type of at least an app or a way to vote online digitally, then I don't know. Y'all are under, some people are living under a rock. I don't know. It's just unbelievable. Like, how can this be something so hard? You know what I'm saying? How can this be so hard to do? So I'm hoping that is something that gets figured out very, very soon, and so that we can get our lives, all of our lives, back on track. And of course, so that we can figure out, like, if we're going to be biting our nails for the next 4 years, or if we're going to actually be able to sit back and relax a little bit for the next 4 years. Or actually, I don't know. Actually, in both situations, I'd be biting my nails on both situations. So that's what I think about that. Philip, what's up, man? How you doing, my brother? Good morning. I hope Arizona's doing well for you right now. He said, good to be back. Looking good, brother. Thank you so much. And guys, if you haven't done it, go and check out Scrutiny, the original Hustlers, that is available. The whole series is on Amazon Prime right now. Look it up. Scrutiny, the original Hustlers, on Amazon Prime. Anyway, also, Woodgrain just said Trump will win again. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say much. I want to say no, but there's a good possibility he will. Oh God. Oh God. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Philip said if we do postpone the election, it will only assure Trump winning even more. That's an interesting fact, or that's an interesting statement. I don't know. What you guys think on that? No. That was that's a good statement, Philip. Thank you for that comment. All the way from AZ. Tell me what you think, guys.
Tom?
Well, it is a good question. I don't know.
It's not a question. It was just a statement, but
no,
it's a good statement.
I'm just trying to think if a postponement of the election would ensure Trump would win or not. It all depends. I hate to say it, but I mean, it all depends how comfortable old people are voting either electronically or through the mail. Because his base tends to be older. So are they more likely to show up in person, or are they more likely to mail it in, or have someone teach them how to use a computer so they can send their vote in?
This is called a keyboard. No, I see what you're saying, but this is called a mouse. A mouse? What? So the question. Okay, so I feel you on that, but I also got to say this. I mean, you got Biden. You got him doing his thing. He has a lot of gaffes, but we also had another president that had a whole lot of gaffes as well, and he did. I mean, he did his thing. I wouldn't say he did just fine, but he did his thing, and he was voted in. He was elected, and I'm talking about W. He had a lot of gaffes, So I feel like if it was to be prolonged, I would be worried that Joe Biden would eventually show his ass. You feel me? Like, I feel like he would automatically suddenly, because everybody's like, anybody but Trump. You know what I'm saying? And then if it was prolonged and he just sat there and he just kept talking, you know what I'm saying? Because there's moments where I'm like, just stop talking. Just stop. You should have stopped right after that one sentence. It was so strong. And then you started saying you're running for senator. What's going on? Or, hey, this is my wife and this is my daughter. And then he's pointing at his daughter and his wife. You know what I'm saying? And referring to them opposite. It's weird stuff. But like I said, it's almost like if we prolong that, I feel like he's going to show his ass. Now, if we prolong it, there's also the other side of things too. Trump might show his ass too.
Trump's already shown his ass.
No. Oh, no. He has, but he's gotten away with murder pretty much. But what I'm trying to say is he's going to show, how he shows his ass is going to be how he conducts himself during this situation of the pandemic. If he does not act accordingly, he's going to show his ass. There's going to be more and more people. There's going to be more and more people that are going, no, I'm saying if they prolong it even more. If they prolong the elections even more. Right now, he's showing his ass a lot, yes. But he's our president right now. He's who we got. That's all we got right now. As he would say, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have no other choice, kind of thing, right? So he's going to be still in office, doing his thing, showing his ass even more. That might make it even harder for him for the reelection. If he continues down this line. You see what I'm saying?
His base does not care. He said he could shoot somebody in the middle of Main Street or Broadway or whatever in broad daylight, and his base wouldn't give up on him.
Homeboy,
and he's right. He could do anything.
Homeboy
the
thinks
his approval rating has gone through his entire presidency is 39%. That 39% is never, ever, no matter what he does, gonna give up on him.
Yeah. I mean, he literally is Denzel Washington, an American gangster. He could literally walk out in the middle of the street right now, shoot that one of those 39% people's wife or kids or family, just rape and pillage, and they'd still go, I like his hair.
Yeah, they
so,
had it coming.
They had it coming. I deserved it in some karmic way. It's crazy, right? So when I see stuff like that, that's why I'm like, all right, I get that there's some people that are going to be like, he could do no wrong. He could do no wrong. But then there's other people that are going to be like, well, he's really starting to show his ass even more now. I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm literally straddling the fence, so it's very uncomfortable. All right, literally and metaphorically speaking. But I got to play both sides of the fence, because there's going to be Trump supporters that are going to go and support and vote for him no matter what. But then there's a possibility of some Trump supporters. I'm not saying a vast majority. There's going to be a small minority that could be swayed if they prolong this election, because they'll see even more. They'll see even more of the truth of him showing his ass on how he's conducting himself during this whole outbreak and pandemic. Right now, he's not doing very well, in my personal opinion. And obviously, all three of us can agree.
Worse.
But go ahead, Tom. What were you saying? What did you say, Tom?
I don't see how he could do any worse. I mean, he's already going out on Twitter every day while thousands of people are dying in the country saying, oh, my ratings at my press conference are higher than, the season finale of The Bachelor and stuff. He's already saying stuff that would just disqualify any other president from serving even another hour as president. There's nothing he can do at this point that would go beyond how callously he's going through this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing he could do that would knock his base off.
Yeah, and
he's out here like showing his ass. He's actually doing the perineum sunning tanning. What's that called?
Yeah, he's getting his sun he's putting sun where the sun don't shine. Philip also said on Facebook, Trump's a beast and does ish that most won't. If Trump would just stop speaking, he would look better as a president. So,
yeah, if he kind of just went away into the distance where we'd never see or hear from him again, he'd be a great president.
Let him be a Palpatine. You know what I'm saying? Just in the background, he just keeps quiet and lets somebody else do his dirty work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Join the force to the dark side. You know what I'm saying? That's in the corner. We don't need to. He doesn't need to be all up in the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like he just be chilling in the back. Philip, I want to say this. Obviously, I'm not a Trump supporter, so I initially quickly go, nah, I don't agree with that, but I don't think he's a beast. I think he's a beast, but I don't think a beast in a good way. But at the same time, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and this is why the Let's Talk segment exists in the first place. You know, I don't see him doing anything to help benefit what people have been doing. He has been saying a lot of things that are not true, especially with this whole pandemic. He's one of the reasons why we have the pandemic going on in the first place. He did not prepare this country for this situation. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And of course, there's other sides, people on the other side of the fence that could argue with me too, being like, well, the pandemic was going to happen no matter what. But this president was refusing it to be a pandemic. He was not letting it be what it is. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're getting slapped in the face with all this stuff. And then he's talking about chloroquine and people are poisoning themselves and dying from trying stuff that he shouldn't have been saying about in the first place. You know, without getting the proper digits, without getting the proper data or whatever you want to call it. You know, the character from Star Trek. Data or data? You know what I mean? But anyway, moving on. Just something to think about. I'm not sitting here saying that you are not entitled to your opinion. Everybody who watches this show, we got people who watch this show that are Trump supporters, and we got people who are not Trump supporters. So we love you guys and we embrace you guys with arms wide open. Okay? We love you. You know what I'm saying? That was a deep cut. Anyway, that song. Anyway, that is our Let's Talk segment. Of course, this is what we do every day at 9:30 a.m. We have a Let's Talk segment brought in every day. And so, of course, please comment down below. Let us know what you think. We put these questions up about 2 p.m. the day before so that you guys get a chance to really put your thoughts out, get whatever you want to get onto paper or onto the comments so that we can read them out loud on the show. So I really appreciate everybody who's commented on the feed right now or who has commented on the post that we put up at 2 p.m. every single day. I really appreciate it. So anyway, we do have to get going. We got to go into a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we got an interview with a very special guy. He's the owner of Kimchi Guys and of Drunken Fish. We got Munsok on the show coming up very, very shortly. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this community. All the good people different to me.
Take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for drinkers and losing their suckers and loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
back. Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go crush that like button on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Pascal Show. If you're watching this feed already, this is a quick reminder to hit that like button. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or any of those other platforms, my YouTubers, my Twitchers, what's up? Hit that follow button on Twitch. And of course, crush that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Anyway, I got somebody very, very special on the show today. This guy is, man, he's a powerhouse. And if you don't know who Munsok is, I don't know how to tell you. This man is a beast. He's the owner of the franchise Drunken Fish and of Kimchi, guys. Please welcome to the show my brother Munsok. So, what's up, my brother?
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me.
Hey,
it's been
anytime.
Good. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. You know, this pandemic has been no joke. You know what I mean? So
right.
Honestly, it's been wild. So I'm very thankful that we're able to do stuff like this. You know, we're able to do this FaceTime stuff, and I mean, I recommend this to anybody who is at home, chilling, that kind of thing, just so they can see their families, that kind of thing. FaceTime with them, have a conversation, and just see how they're doing. It helps. A little bit goes a long way, you know?
I agree, yeah. I mean, it normalizes things a little bit in a very uncertain time, for sure.
Absolutely. So tell me, okay, so first off, how are you guys doing right now? I mean, you know, before we go into all the really wonderful things that you guys are doing in regards to giving back to non-essential workers or to essential workers right now, how are you guys dealing with this whole change of business?
I think just like any other business owner or people that's been working out in the industry, it hit pretty hard and pretty fast, and things just moved rapidly in an escalation scale about a month ago. And so I think it feels like to me we've been in this thing for 6, 7, 8 months, you know, but it's only been a month, you know. And I tell people, hey, days go by quick and weeks go by extremely slow for me, you know. So, but I think we're doing well. I mean, I think the first week just scared the poop out of me in terms of going from regular business to just on halt, a stoppage, and just pivoting from that position to do something different based on what the regulations and all of that were coming down.
Yeah.
And so, but I think we have adjusted, and I think we're doing okay right now. Obviously, the first and foremost, I think about my team and trying to get them through this period, and hopefully we'll get out, you know, bright and shining out of this.
Yeah.
So I wish that for everybody that's in the business and for the country.
Yeah.
Actually,
So let me ask you this then: what are you doing? Because you said that you're helping your staff, your team to get through this. So what adjustments have you guys done?
I mean, I think I think most restaurants have gone to a takeout model. I mean, we've already been using a lot of the delivery services going into March, and with all of the local delivery services as well as our own delivery with online orders as well. And so just pivoting a little bit around that, putting a lot of promotions around that business, because I mean, you can't dine in any of the restaurants anymore. So so we just kind of pivoted our position and our strategies a little bit to just create more opportunities for takeout and online orders, deliveries that we're making ourselves, and so forth.
Right.
It's been helping.
Yeah, and you know, of course, you guys. So of course, I know that you guys deal with. I mean, there's with Drunken Fish, it's sushi, it's raw fish, that kind of thing. So, of course, there's people that get a little concerned in regards to maybe buying from places that serve raw foods. What are you guys doing? What extra precautions are you guys doing right now to ensure that people won't contract anything or that they can eat safely from Drunken Fish?
I think one of the things that we're doing at all of our stores is making sure that people wear masks and wearing gloves and sanitizing surfaces on a regular basis, and keeping our employees safe from delivery drivers and customers that are coming in to pick up food. And that's just kind of mandated from our company down to making sure, hey, let's keep a clean sanitary environment at all times, keep a safe distance amongst ourselves and amongst other people that are coming in to pick up food. And then in terms of travel of food, we've been delivering sushi and out of Drunken Fish for a long time. Sushi travels actually very, very well. So we never had any issues with that. So it's been good. It's been good in terms of, obviously now we're doing what we were doing about 10 to 15% of our business. Now we're doing 100% of this business. So there's a lot of learning curve around that in the last few weeks, but I think we got a pretty good handle on it now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand that. I mean, obviously everybody has to adjust to a certain extent, even not only in our business, but also just in our personal lives. All this new adjusting, can't even go to the gym. You got to figure out how to work out at home. There's all this crazy stuff, new adjustments that we have to do.
Yep.
So speaking of, adjustments, I know that you guys have been not only just Kimchi guys and Drunken Fish, you guys have made some serious changes with that, but you guys are also doing something really, really dope and really, really incredible over at Drunken Fish and Kimchi guys. So can you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing for essential workers right now?
So I think we have two programs, one in the works right now and one we've been doing for the last month, and we're going to continue that on for the next month as well, is Kimchi Guys is giving away free meals to anybody who works in the hospitality industry that's been furloughed, that's been laid off, business is shut down, or who's in need of a free meal. We're providing that every Tuesday from 11 o'clock to 8 p.m. So as long as you call 30 minutes ahead, we're going to prepare a meal for you. And then we'll, just come pick it up. So it's as easy as that. And we're doing that every Tuesday for another month at Kimchi Guys. And if you need information, just go to kimchiguys.com. And then starting next Thursday, anybody who works in the hospital industry that's fighting in the front lines of this COVID-19, we're going to start giving away free meals every Thursday at Drunken Fish Central West End. So if you work at a hospital and you get off, call 30 minutes ahead, and we'll prepare some sushi and some salad and chips for you at free of cost. So I think so we're trying to do something to give back to the community twice a week.
Yeah.
Even though we're going through a hard time, I feel like it's very important to the company to give back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is more than anything we need people like you and restaurants like yourselves doing that kind of thing, just giving back to essential workers. Hopefully that can span out to non-essential workers at some point, because everybody, there's a lot of people are struggling to make ends meet, and there's a lot of people out there just trying to find their next meal. So of course, I got to say thank you to what you're doing, because hopefully that will pave the way for other restaurants to do the same. Because we all need to give back as much as we can right now, for sure, So I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you taking the time to be on the show today and spread the word. So tell people where they can find you, find Drunken Fish and Kimchi Guys, because I know that there are some people, some essential workers out there that I'm sure would like to go and get a meal. So where can they find you guys?
Right. So with Kimchi Guys, you can go to kimchiguys.com. We have actually extended our delivery service radius, so you can go take an online order there and get it delivered. And as long as you buy a certain amount, we can deliver for free right now. And our radius is pretty large. So kimchiguys.com. And at Drunken Fish, Westport and Central West End, you can go to the site as well and order online and get it picked up or get it delivered. And if you purchase over $50, we deliver for free as well. So
excellent, man.
And I do want to say thank you to the St. Louis community for continuing to support it. I appreciate it.
Of course, huge shout out to St. Louis, because all of St. Louis, we're all banding together. This whole city's banding together and doing everything that they can to keep everyone afloat. Especially
Right.
Drunken Fish and Kimchi guys. I mean, you guys are really doing something really great. And, we, like I said, there's a lot of people like yourself that are trying to band together, working their butts off to try to help people during these dark times. So I really commend you for doing that, man. I really, really appreciate it, brother.
Thank you.
Anytime, brother.
Thank you.
So anyway, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on to the show, Munsok. So thank you. So
Always good seeing you, man, and good talking to you.
Great talking to you too, man. You stay blessed, all right, man?
All right, buddy.
Peace, my brother. So anyway, there are a lot of really great individuals just like Munsok that are going out of their way to help with the community, help with their cities. And I'm hoping that people that are watching right now all over the globe, I know there's people who are watching in Romania to Germany, all the way out to LA. Hopefully, if you're a restaurant owner, hopefully it inspires you to go out and give back to essential workers and non-essential workers as well. There's a lot of people out here that are looking for the next meal, just trying to figure out how they're going to survive just through the day. And people like Munsok So are doing exactly that, trying to be the answer to a lot of people's prayers right now. So anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more top news. Much love to you guys. We'll see you guys in a minute. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us have in this community. All the good people different to me.
Take up your glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their self 'cause their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. We wasn't feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degrading for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I always say, if this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that like button on our Facebook page. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, crush that subscribe button. And if you're watching on Twitch, please continue to watch our show and hit that follow button. It would really, really mean a lot. Anyway, it's time to get into some news because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So I'm going to throw it over to Tom. And yeah, Tom, what's a guan, man?
All right. Well, we've got a few things today. We'll start with some serious stuff and kind of move on. But they have finally done some testing on that hydrochloroquine drug that Trump has been touting, and some people have been saying might be able to help with people with coronavirus, might be able to help their symptoms. Unfortunately, this study found that the rates that it did not help improve the breathing of patients, and actually the people that received hydrochloroquine were more likely to die than people receiving, the routine care. So this was a study done with grants from the National Institute of Health. It was also paid for by the University of Virginia. It involved 368 male veterans hospitalized with confirmed coronavirus. But they found that about 28% of those given hydrochloroquine plus the usual care died. So 28% of them died versus 11% of those receiving routine care. So unfortunately, it looks like, they were quick to note that this wasn't a very rigorous experiment, but it is the most rigorous so far. But it sounds like hydrochloroquine is not the cure-all we were maybe hoping it would be.
Yeah. What do you got to lose? Oh, your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta love that. How fitting. Oh,
Yeah.
That's a shame. That's a dang shame.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know that,
they found that.
like I was saying, like a lot of people are very hopeful, or at least were very hopeful with that drug, and to the point where, I mean, shoot, man, they were killing them. They're killing themselves just trying to consume this drug, but there was no backing, there was no data. There was no information behind it. They didn't have the proper test results in regards to it. So, like I said, and as Philip has said on Facebook, Trump needs to just keep his mouth shut until he has the facts. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, that's a bummer. There's no. I think everybody was kind of hoping that there would be some sort of drug like hydrochloroquine that could treat this, but that doesn't seem like hydrochloroquine's the one. So there's that.
It sucks. It sucks.
And then yesterday we had, oh boy, Missouri put on a show yesterday.
Yes.
A few hundred protesters showed up in Jeff City, and here in St. Louis, some showed up in Clayton to protest the shutdown, saying that we should reopen.
Yes.
I just don't know what to make of this. I mean, we've seen these protests across the country, but you knew it was going to come to Missouri eventually, but it did yesterday. There were lots of American flags. A handful of state representatives also attended, including Representative Tony Lavasco, who's a representative from St. Charles, and John Simmons from Washington, Mike Moon from Ash Grove, who's also running for state senate, and Representative Jim Neely from Cameron, which I've never heard of. I guess he represents about 9 people. But yeah, it's, just a parade of ignorance.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess this was, they say grassroots organized by a guy named Josh Schizler. He's a former lobbyist, so real grassroots there, former lobbyist, who was listed as a host of the event. And yeah, was walking with the state senator Neely. So, they're calling this a grassroots protest, except it was organized by a lobbyist who's good friends with state representatives. So not really that grassroots. And then in Clayton, Missouri, which is part of St. Louis for our national and international viewers, showed up, and 60 people showed up to protest, saying the models are wrong, open Missouri. And then people, obviously just trolling with signs saying like, my body, my choice. I do not consent, trying to
haircut.
What
people had signs that they're out. They're like, I need a haircut.
Right.
I need a haircut.
And it's like, oh man. And that's just first world problems right there. Really, It's a dang shame. Now, here it is.
Yeah.
The situation with the protests. I mean, obviously, this is going to continue. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg in regards to the protests. There will be more. There will continue to be more. I don't know. I personally, it's so tough because I have my own personal opinions about it, but I am conflicted because I do feel that there are certain businesses that could be back up and open again to a certain within the confines of certain rules, because if they're going, okay, we're going to keep restaurants open, but they only do curbside. They're keeping that running, but they can't have certain other things open within certain rules and regulations, within certain confines. I don't know if protesting, I mean, everybody has a right to protest. I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't protest. If you believe in something, go on and let your protest flag fly. I don't care. The only part that really aggravated me was when they were shutting down, blocking off streets from emergency vehicles being able to drive in and out of that place. Those are the parts that I find very, very dumb. I understand people's need to make money. I understand that. We all need to make money. Being shut off like that is terrible. Being furloughed is terrible, you know? Like, for example, my girl just got furloughed 2 days ago. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying. So I understand people getting upset and going, no, I want to go back to work. I want to earn my pay. Because $1,200 ain't going to cut it. Let's keep it straight funky, y'all. So when it comes to that, I get that part. But we got to find another way, another proper way of protesting. Oh, here's an idea. You know, maybe you protest in a parking lot across from the state capitol or something, not blocking off a whole damn street. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously we can't assemble in close proximity with each other, even though people are still violating that during protests anyway. Maybe doing that. You know? I don't know. There's just got to be another way to protest and get your voices heard without you blocking off a major street so that emergency vehicles can't come and go as they please. That's my only gripe. Protest all you want. I don't care. As long as you're not running people over and as long as you're not blocking off major streets. That's it.
Yeah.
You have an absolute right to assembly. What were you say, Jack?
Or walking out on the highway. That's just dangerous.
Or that too. You know, there's been plenty of protests like that too. And it's like, no, just don't do that. You know? Whatever you're protesting, it's fine. Like, to a certain extent, obviously, within the confines of what you're protesting on. Obviously, I'm going to have a gripe on certain things. But find a different way to protest so it's effective, but then people can still be saved. People can still be helped. Honking your horn and just waving a flag ain't going to do nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like a weird, I mean, it's just, for me, it's a weird thing to protest for me. I get that people are, furloughed, not making money, but we're all kind of in this together. And the safety of people comes first, obviously. And it's not about, oh, I'm healthy, so I should be able to go out and do whatever I want. It's like, well, okay, you can put yourself at risk, but what you're actually doing is putting everyone else at risk by going out and trying to go back to normal in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
And my whole thing with these people is, this is, I don't know. Where were these people protesting for, like, gay marriage or for, black people being killed by cops or for, like, equal pay for women, just judging by some of the MAGA stuff these people are sporting, because that's really what these things are. These are little MAGA rallies. I mean, these are Trump publicans. These are hardcore Trump supporters. These aren't
True.
people from all walks of life. This is a certain sliver of the population that really doesn't protest unless it's something like this, where it's like, this is having to stay home for a month is what breaks you. I don't know. I mean, to me, they seem like wimps. They seem wimpy, you know? I mean, how put upon can you really be? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at these people. They all seem pretty privileged. If you look at them, I mean, it doesn't look like any of these people are really, they're not struggling. This is all just bluster and, it makes me mad.
Well,
it makes me mad watching it.
It really does. You know, as I say all the time, it really burns my cookies too. But let me ask you this though: what if they're doing that? What if they're protesting in fear of what could inevitably come later, which is no money, having no source of income at all? You know, I understand that you say it's just a bluster and all that, but what if they're protesting because they're trying to avoid something really bad happening in the near future? So they're just trying to cut off what's going on right now before all of their funds are completely depleted. I mean, think about that. There is that possibility. Think about a world where you don't make any money at all whatsoever. Like you have restaurants are closed. Everything is completely shut the hell down because of this pandemic. There's no way of you making money except for getting a $1,200 check. You know what I'm saying? That you're still waiting on, maybe. You see?
Being broke is better than being dead. That's all I can say.
Facts.
If you want to go out and if you want this country to be like Italy and have everybody be dead, then go ahead. But I'd rather be broke than dead.
No, and that's facts. Just playing devil's advocate here and just saying, hey, maybe these people are just trying to get ahead of the ball so that to avoid something financially detrimental happening to everyone. Now, I'm not saying that they have a right to, I'm not saying that they're in the right, but I can see maybe that being a concern, an ongoing concern. But let's move on to the next topic. What else is going on?
All right, next topic. We'll do something. Let's see. Okay, so we've got an animal expert is warning that, with everybody being home with their pets, especially dogs who, obviously have a very close relationship with their owners.
Yeah.
They're worried that after this shutdown is over and people go back to work, the dogs will have very bad separation anxiety. That, we're all home with our pets now all day long and hanging out.
Yeah.
And once we go back to work, working, if you're lucky, 8 hours a day, but realistically, most people work more than that. If you're out all day, dogs are going to be like, hey, where's my owner that was here with me for the last month, 24/7? Yeah. So that's another thing we got to worry about is our pets are going to be bummed out. Or, I don't know, if you have cats, they'll probably be thrilled that you're gone. Yeah. But dogs are going to be a little sad. We all know that.
I think a lot of businesses will allow people to bring their animals to work.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I'll say that is some first world problems right there for sure too. Oh, my dog is going to be having anxiety attacks. They'll be all right. That's what I think. They're just going to deal with it. They'll adjust. It'll be fine. I already have two very, very extremely spoiled dogs that get attention. They're attention whores. I mean, they get all the attention that they want all day or a day. So personally, they'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be fine. Dogs. Cats, absolutely. They're like, I hate you, but I love you. I hate you. I hate you. Feed me. I hate you, but I love you. So I get that part. Dogs, yes, they're extremely, I mean, I understand, but at the same time, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. They dogs. They dogs, man. They dogs. You know what I'm saying? They'll be fine. As soon as you say, they're going to be like, ah, and then you say treat, they go, and then they forget everything. They go squirrel. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, but this animal psychologist, Dr. Roger Mugford, who's consultant to the English royal family.
Time out.
Okay.
Time out. Did you just say a animal psychologist?
Yeah.
All right, this show is over. What? This man makes money doing the psychology of dogs and cats?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Hey, well, I mean, Cesar Millan made a whole career out of it, you know. I mean,
who made a career out of it?
Cesar Millan. You remember Cesar Millan?
Yeah, the dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. When he's literally just going, he's just making things up, I'm sure. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a jerk. It's just, they're dogs. You're going to sit there and go, hey, you know, like 1 second they hate you or they're worried about something. As soon as you give them a treat or their toy or you throw their little squeaky something, they forget everything. Within 5 minutes, they forget everything. You know, that's what their memory, I guess their short-term memory is very short. So, but I'm sure there's a lot of dog lovers or pet lovers. And I'm not sitting here saying anything about animals and how they're not important. I'm not saying anything like that. But like I said, dogs and cats and pets are going to be fine. Your goldfish ain't going to miss you when you're gone. You see what I'm saying? They just float around and breathe water. So, I mean, you know, I just, yeah.
Well, he's specifically talking about dogs, and he's just saying to prepare for it, to prepare your dog for when you go back to work, so that it's not an abrupt change of being around them all day, and then all of a sudden you're just not there for 10, 12 hours a day.
So in other words, when you leave, make sure you hide all the sharp objects and definitely stow away the gun. Gotcha. Because they just, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I feel like it's a little ridiculous, but that's funny. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Woodgrain said, this is going too far when you start talking about dogs. Woodgrain said also on YouTube, you got diva dogs, P. I'm like, yeah, I really do. It's terrible. And it's psychology for dogs. What the F? Yeah. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. But, you know, I'm just one man with that thought on dogs, you know, or on pets. But, you know, moving on. What else is going on?
All right. Well, we've got Missouri has become the first state in the United States to sue China over China's handling of the coronavirus.
Yes.
They're claiming that China has been blames China for letting the coronavirus spread. They said they've been misrepresenting, concealing, and retaliating against people that have been, you know, whistleblowing about COVID. So they're trying to blame China for the spread of COVID. And obviously there's plenty of blame to go China's way on this, for sure. But this is kind of a stupid lawsuit because China is protected by sovereign immunity.
Mm-hmm.
So this case has just on its face no merit. But, you know, they're going to try a very unusual last-ditch way to try and sue China. Now, of course, critics are saying this is being brought about by Missouri's Attorney General Eric Schmidt. He's a Republican. There are a lot of people that are saying that the reason he's suing China right now is to deflect blame from, you know, Trump's shortcomings with this and trying to deflect blame from the United States. But yes, Missouri has become the first state in the union to sue China and the Communist Party for the spread of COVID-19.
Now, if Missouri was to win, do we get a cut of that check? I'm just curious.
That'd be nice, but
inquiring minds would like to know.
It seems like China's pretty. It would be nice. It would be nice if we could get some money.
China would be like, yeah, here, your money's over here.
Come and get it.
and then you go there and they never let you leave.
Exactly.
It's right here. It's right here. Look, I got a pile of cash for you.
You want a
Come
treat?
on.
Hey, you want a treat? You want a treat? Psych. So, yeah. Interesting. Interesting for sure. Okay. What else is new?
Yeah. And, like last week, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley introduced legislation to strip China of its sovereign immunity. So they're trying to make this lawsuit work. It's not going to. China's protected by sovereign immunity. That's not to say China doesn't have a lot of blame in this. They most certainly do. But it's not. This lawsuit isn't going anywhere, and I think it's just a distraction.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I'll take some money though. That'd be nice.
Shoot, like, hey, if they're gonna cut everybody a check, holla at your boy. What else is new?
All right, so here we got one here. This is a woman in Toronto. Yeah, Toronto, who was shot. She was going out for a jog, and as she was walking down the street in Canada, she was shot in the chest.
Unbelievable.
And this would have been a fatal shooting had it not been for her breast implants. Her breast implant, when she was shot, deflected the bullet so that it went up and missed her heart, and it deadened the impact of it, so that all she had was an entrance wound and a fractured rib. This would have, without her breast implants, this would have been a fatal shooting. It would have hit her heart and she would have been dead. So score one for breast implants.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
what size were those?
It doesn't say. There's a picture of it in here in the article lower down. They have a picture of the actual breast implant with you can see where the bullet went in and kind of see its path through the breast implant. But yeah, it is very lucky for her. She didn't realize she had been shot until she started to feel heat and pain and saw blood coming from her chest.
Wow.
But yeah, this would have been a definitely fatal shooting.
Was this just a stray bullet?
I think it seems like it was intentional, but I don't know.
That's so random.
In like close range or like 20 feet away? Like.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really knows. I mean, again, she didn't realize anything was wrong until she was like, I feel heat and pain.
That's so
looked
wild.
down, saw blood coming out. And
That's
yeah.
wild, man. Yeah, that's really, really
yeah,
wild.
it's the breast implant. Looking at the breast implant here, looks like a pretty good sized breast implant.
So
It's,
you're saying the photo that you sent me is literally the gunshot wound and everything, right?
Yeah, the one that I sent you, that's the actual woman there. And yeah, you can see
I'm trying to get
where
this thing up here.
the wound is.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up here. Boom.
But
So-
yeah, had it not been for that breast implant, she would have been dead.
That's unbelievable, man. That's one lucky girl, man. That's one lucky girl. You know, it's the funny thing is when boobies, another way that boobies can get a girl out of a situation. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway, so we also do have our natural born idiot of the day, right?
Yes.
So what is this? What's going on? You got
Yes.
to tell me this story because this is very, very good. Who is our natural born idiot of the day, my brother?
Oh, okay, here goes. This is out of Omaha. I guess Bellevue is a suburb of Omaha, but I'll just start by saying this. If you're going to go, obviously times are tough now. People are trying to go find new jobs. They're trying to get some employment. If you're going into a place to fill out a job application right now, don't try and hit two birds with one stone and try and shoplift from your potential employer at the same time you're filling out a job application, because that's what a 20-year-old man in Omaha did on Monday. he went in, he filled out a job application, put down his name, address, phone number, employment history, all that fun stuff. And then he went and stole a $40 bottle of cologne.
Just cologne?
Yes.
He just
they
went
had video of him taking a $40 bottle of cologne out of the box.
Bruh, so he only took, he stole a $40 bottle of cologne after filling out a job application. So he went and filled out all his information, all of his honest, truthful information, cased the joint, went and got himself and stole himself a bottle of $40 cologne. Man, shoot, man, he should have stole a huge stack of toilet paper, man. What the hell is wrong with you, man? Priorities. Wow. Who does that, man?
This was at a sporting goods store. This was at a sporting goods store. This fellow went in there. He took a $40 bottle of cologne. He took the cologne out of the box, put the cologne in his pants, put the box back on the shelf. All of this, meanwhile, is being caught on the department store's security camera. So store detectives caught it on the security camera, and they're like, oh, well, this guy stole, a $40 bottle of cologne. How are we going to catch him? And it's like, oh, he left a job application with all of his details. So they invited the guy in for a job interview. They said, yeah, hey, we like your application. How about you come in for an interview? And when he showed up, they arrested him.
Bruh. That's hilarious.
I mean, some people just stupid.
I mean, that is just that. Like I said, he is the natural born dumbass of the day for sure. Who does that?
Oh yeah.
Who does that? Do we have his name, by the way? What's his name?
They don't have his name here. I wish they would. But yeah, they said that they were able to match the man. They were able to identify the man by his name, age, phone number, and place of residence that matched his that matched his job application. And the still photo from the video and his mugshot. The video of him also matched mugshots of him from numerous earlier arrests. So this guy's 20. He's got numerous arrests under his belt. And, I guess it's because he's kind of an idiot.
Yeah, that's a dumbass. What's funny is, why a sporting goods store? But why though? Why a sporting goods store of all things? That makes no sense. What?
And what are you using? What are you using cologne for now? You can't go out and go to the club or anything like that. There's nothing to do now.
And
who are you trying to impress with your cologne?
Yeah, and you definitely are not going on no Tinder dates. You probably don't even know how to use your phone. Shoot, that is an idiot. Wow. That's funny.
Man, I bet he was going to pawn it.
Or that too. He could. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. He's like, oh, this is expensive. Let me sell this. That's a good possibility too. Do we have anything else?
Let's see. I think that's what we have for the day.
Okay. Great, then. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. That was our news.
I think there is.
Go ahead, Tom. What?
Oh, yeah. I think there's also some talk. They are getting closer to coming to an agreement. Well, the Senate has passed. I'm not sure what the latest is on it since we started the show, but the Senate yesterday passed a bill that would another little bit of money for small businesses. I think this one's $300 and some odd million for small businesses. Sounds like the House and Senate and the president have come to a tentative agreement on this. So there should be another round of small business loans going out. Hopefully soon. They should get that passed. Hopefully today.
Right on. Right on.
There's that going on also.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with our question of the day. And the question of the day is... this is not allowing me to do it, of course. Question of the day. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to say it. The question of the day is, would you rather have an expensive wedding ring or have an expensive wedding? All right, that is our question of the day today. So be sure to comment down below and let us know what you think on that. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. This is the Pascal Show. We'll be right back. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us in this community. All the good people different to me.
Take up in glass.
The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their self because their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. There was a feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling the road and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood, we inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, if this is your first time checking out the show, please go hit that like button on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Pascal Show. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, hello, everybody on YouTube. And hello, everybody on Twitch. What's up, Germany? What's up, Romania? What's up, man? What's up, California? What's up, New York? What's up, Michigan? What's up, everybody? What's up, world? Please go and crush that subscribe button. We are working towards getting to 10,000 subscribers. I know. 10,000 subscribers? Yes. Damn right. Because that's the first hill we're trying to get over. All right? So definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? And if you're watching the feed right now and you're liking it and you're liking the questions and the conversations between me and my brothers here, please hit that like button on our YouTube feed. It would really mean a lot. Anyway, it is time for our question of the day. And the question of the day is... So that's the question of the day. Now, I can see a lot of opposing ideas. I can see a lot of people thinking there's a lot of different options you can do with this question. So I'm going to throw it around the room. Of course, I know that we have some comments on our social media, and I think we put it on Reddit as well, right? We had it on Reddit as well?
We just really... Yeah, no one responded to it. We only got people on Facebook that did a couple.
Okay, let's do some of the Facebook people.
That happened. Yeah. So let me pull that up here. First off, my first thought is that it's one's an asset and one's a liability. Having an expensive wedding is one of those things that you can keep with you. You keep the value, and it's money that you're just putting into, say, a diamond or into some platinum or gold or whatever your ring might be made out of.
Word.
Whereas the other one's a single night event where it's a celebration and you may have a really good time, but you're usually just left with a hangover. And maybe a couple friends that might break an ankle, or some friends that might ruin some other relationships. Some people that might have a new relationship. Who knows? But we got Molly on Facebook says, middle of the road ring and cheap wedding. We had a cheap wedding with just witnesses, and I was more than fine with just that. And then we have Tanya that says, give me the ring.
Yeah, give me that ring. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. So on YouTube, Stacy2 says, ring. She said, you guys need a woman on the panel. Absolutely. We usually do have our girl Lydia, but she's pregnant and she's on the last, basically on the last leg of the pregnancy. So I'm hoping to have her back on the show here soon, because I do miss Lydia. I miss Lydia a lot. So I have to answer that real quick. I do miss that, but miss her.
Hi, Lydia.
Yes, hi, Lydia. We do miss her. You know what I mean? She's the bomb, for real. But yes, I agree. We do need a woman in the panel, for sure. So, yes, we do. Anyway, she said ring. That's what I got. That's what my hubby gave me. And so Woodgrain said neither. It's overrated. But ring if I had to choose. Material-ish, y'all. So those are the comments that we have on that. So keep the comments going down below. People on Facebook are watching, y'all. I sees you. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. Would you rather have an expensive wedding ring? And fellas, would you rather give her an expensive wedding ring? Or give her an expensive wedding? Or, ladies, would you rather have the ring? Or would you rather have the wedding? Them are the questions, okay? So, I'm going to throw it over to Tom. Tommy boy, what do you think, man?
Well, I mean, obviously, personally, as a guy, I don't want a really flashy ring. But if I were thinking whether or not I want to, give my, whether I'd want to give my fiance an expensive ring, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go ring probably, just because that can be an heirloom. That can be passed down through generations. I mean, personally, selfishly, I'd say let's throw a big blowout wedding.
Yeah.
Have, top shelf everything, and, just an amazing venue. I mean, to me, that sounds more appealing, but, that I would say, for the sake of the potential fiance, I'd say ring, just because it's an heirloom. It's something that can be passed down.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say.
So I am.
No one cares about that, Jack.
All right.
I'm just kidding. There was such quiet. Wow. Hey, I do have a comment on here. Alicia on Facebook said, big wedding with fam and friends, less money on my finger, less anxiety for me, LOL. That's true. And I can see that. He said, as a guy, I want, Woodgrain said, as a guy, I want a gaudy ring just like hers. Faux Tom. Then Stacy said,
I think traditionally, wasn't it supposed to be that like the? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, man.
It's so delayed on my end, man. I'm sorry.
No worries,
it's
bro.
really delayed.
It's going to catch up. It's going to catch up. Then Stacy says on YouTube, the question should be, would you rather have an expensive wedding or a down payment on a house? That's now you're venturing into another realm, which is really a good question, Stacy. Damn. That's a good question. We're gonna have to
down payment on a house, no question.
Oh, absolutely. Because the house is forever, but the ring is forever too. And then, you gotta, okay. I didn't get a chance to say my piece. So let me say my piece real quick. All right, here's my thought. I agree with Jack. An expensive, one's a liability and one's an asset. I do agree. The ring is on her finger forever. You have memories. You'll have wonderful memories of that crazy night that you had. Oh my God, we just got married. Holy cow, we just got married. So I could see that part. But I think this. Most of the time, everybody's drunk before they get to the wedding reception anyway. So, cheap wedding, expensive ring. Other thing is I would hate for my wife to consistently look down at her ring. I know that sounds it's very materialistic. We're just talking about material stuff, okay? And say my girl is a material girl living in a material world, okay? So, I feel like she would constantly look down at the ring, maybe, and going, maybe you'll get an upgrade, type of thing. So for me, it would be expensive ring, cheaper wedding.
Like a ball and chain, or what would it be?
That's a very good question.
I don't know.
Just give me a diamond
would
ring.
look masculine and flashy at the same time?
Well, oh shoot. Sorry. The show is freezing up. Just so you guys know. The internet is just trash.
Yeah, your Skype feed is just terrible right now.
The internet is just trash right now. And I'm on the good one right now. Just so you guys know. But we're gonna continue because so far we haven't been kicked off or anything crazy like that. So, Stacy said, I choose, well, she was talking about the question that she put on. So she said, I choose house. She also said, you will forget those materials. You'll forget those memories when Alzheimer's hits. Dark. Very, very dark. But yeah, it's a very good question. I think there's no wrong answer. It just depends on how you want to rock your marriage, the rock the wedding, but that's just, everybody has their opinion on what would work, what side they would be on. And yeah, so if I had the choice, the wedding ring is forever. That's what she's going to be rocking for the rest of her life. The wedding, yes, is just, it ends up being just a wonderful memory, but you can have really great memories at a dive bar for a wedding reception, for crying out loud, So I think that, I think the only thing we can, like I said, it's to each their own. Some people I've been to weddings where some of the dopest moments happened in the backyard of their family's house, I've been to weddings where the wedding reception was just at a bar, literally at a dive bar, just kicking it and just having a blast. And then I've seen other ones where it's just like some beautiful, ornate, really over the top type of wedding receptions with like freaking ice sculptures and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen those too. So it just depends on what you like and what rocks your boat, at the end of it all. Right, guys? Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. It is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, my Lord.
I tried telling you about my wedding. You didn't care, bro.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. No.
I was keeping my shut over here.
No, I was. What? I did what? Okay, tell us about your wedding, because I was a part of it. We were both a part of it. So tell us about your wedding.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that, like, for most weddings, like, the like, back in the day, and I think it's changing now, is that the wife's parents are supposed to use, like, 3 months of their salary towards, like, that was the traditional thing, was 3 months of their salary was supposed to pay for a wedding. And, like, that's what they were supposed to save up over time. And, that's a big wedding for if you're doing pretty well. But, there is that choice of, would you like a house or a car or something else that actually can support your marriage? But, traditionally people threw really big weddings, and, like my parents had a pretty big wedding from back in the day, with a lot of people that attended that knew my grandfather. That was a nice sized wedding. But my wedding party was huge. We had a lot of people. Like we had, almost 500 people at our wedding. It was a huge wedding, and we were blessed enough to be able to have that type of wedding. And I think that it's probably one of, the most efficient bars that I've ever been at. Was at our wedding reception. The people are having a good time, and it was really good. But for the ring, we didn't splurge on the ring, but my wife didn't want a huge rock. She wanted something that was more, I guess, minimal. And so it wasn't our wedding cost more than our ring. That's for sure. But I know some people out there that have spent a really big wedding and then they got a $25,000 ring on their finger. And that's, I guess, an investment, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It was a good time though.
Yeah. It was a good time. It was a really good time.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I remember their engagement. I was there.
That party bus was out of control.
That party bus was fun.
Yeah.
When
all the beer that's supposed to be, for the reception time, and it's gone.
Yeah, all that stuff was gone. What's funny to me is that you guys, just a random side note, little story time thing. When Jack got married, when you guys were sitting in the bus, and I remember you guys were like sitting in the back, obviously the bride and groom are sitting in the back, everyone's having a good time, just getting crazy. and you guys just looked exhausted. Why? Do you remember that? Like you guys were just, you guys looked like you were so wiped out.
Flu, the last 2 weeks going up to our wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Swine flu.
That's why. Because we had been sick. And April had just gotten over it. I was still like underneath it, like the night before our wedding.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an exhausting day. And I thank Red Bull for helping me get through it.
Yeah. Red Bull and vodkas.
And lots of beer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So it's a good time. But
Yeah,
I mean, I
remember
was pale as can be. Like, I was, I was worried a couple days ahead of time because we literally talked about should we cancel, and we're like, no, we can do it. We can make it through it. So, yeah.
I remember you guys were really sick.
Yeah, I remember.
But, we pushed through.
Yep.
Yeah. I was.
And then I got lost walking back from the reception and ended up in a homeless encampment. Started walking through a tent city. I'm like, I don't think I'm going the right way.
Yeah. No.
I hear people snoring in these tents.
You know what? I'm gonna read this because Woodgrain just said something, and it's just funny. He said, Woodgrain said, "Well, your door opened, Jack. Does obviously they can't hear anything, right?"
No, you can't.
Dang. Okay. Well, the stream is really, really bad. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Woodgrain said, I bet he didn't get no cat that night before the wedding. Laughy face. Did you guys separate and not see each other before the wedding?
You would be wrong.
Okay. Yes. Okay, good. Good. No, because go ahead. What did you say, Jack?
I mean, earlier that day, we tried not to see each other right before the wedding and stuff. Tried to keep that, I didn't see her in her dress until she walked down.
Of course.
The aisle. But,
But yes.
You got to consummate the marriage.
Exactly. Well, I'm saying the night before the wedding. He said the night before the wedding, guys. The night before.
Oh no, I didn't see her the night before the wedding.
Okay, so then no. Okay, so you guys kept it pretty traditional. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Anyway, man, oh man, weddings are fun.
I do remember like half the groomsmen at the wedding. I hope April isn't listening right now, but didn't like half the groomsmen take number twos in the bathroom? Did you not know that?
Round. Give it as much love as you can. Do we have any like trivia or anything like that for Earth Day? In regards to Earth Day, Tom?
Yeah, I've got something pulled up here.
Okay, cool. You know what?
Yeah, I've got something here.
Cool. I'm gonna see if we have this. If I have this or not. While you're looking that up, hold on. Ooh, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
Pop quiz, hot
All
shot.
right.
Happy Earth Day to you.
Not yet.
Happy.
Not yet, you sons of guns. Not yet. All right, some pop quiz hot shot. Let's play it. Let's have some fun. You guys get to try it. See if you're smarter than me and Jack. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. This quiz is from conservation.org. This is their Earth Day quiz. So I'll be kind of playing this right along with you, although I know the answer to the first couple.
Okay.
But, all right. More than half of the breathable oxygen in the world comes from where? A, forests, B, the ocean, C, flowering plants, or D, clouds? That is correct. Yes, that is correct. The
Okay.
ocean. More than half of our breathable oxygen comes from the ocean, the majority of which is provided by tiny plants called phytoplankton.
Look at that. Look at you.
Yes.
All smart and
Question
stuff.
2.
Look at the big brain on Jack.
It's hella loud.
All right, next question. How much of the world's oxygen is produced by just the Amazon rainforest?
How much oxygen?
25.
Yeah, how much of the world's oxygen is produced by just the Amazon rainforest?
I was gonna say like 60%.
Well, the correct answer is 20%. Trees convert carbon dioxide into oxygen. More than 20% of the world's breathable oxygen, 1 in 5 breaths, is produced by the Amazon rainforest alone.
Dang, so I was closest.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Question 3.
Hey.
How much oxygen does an average 50-year-old tree provide? Enough for 1 person a year? Enough for 4 people a year? Enough for 8 people a year? Or enough for 10 people a year? How much oxygen does an average 50-year-old tree provide?
4.
On 4?
1.
What about you, Pascal?
1? All right. Jack was right. It was 4.
Good call.
Yep. Assuming it lives 50 years, a single tree will produce 6,000 pounds of breathable oxygen in its lifetime, enough for about 4 people a year.
Damn.
Yep. So, wow, the 3-0 Jack now.
Yeah, I'm
called a
getting
sweep.
I'm getting spanked. All right.
All right, which of the following ailments can be treated by prescription drugs derived from plants found in the rainforest? A, cancer, B, hypertension, C, asthma, or D, all of the above.
Repeat it one more time.
Which of the following ailments can be treated by prescription drugs derived from plants found in the rainforest? A, cancer, B, hypertension, C, asthma, or D, all of the above?
B.
I got to go with that D.
D is correct. Yes. Over 120 prescription drugs sold worldwide have been derived from plants found in the rainforests, including vincristine, a cancer drug, theophylline, I'm sure I'm slaughtering these words, which is used to treat asthma. So, yep, 120 prescription drugs.
I'm getting destroyed.
4-0.
Yeah, shut your mouth. All right, let's do this.
All right, number 5.
Okay.
Question number 5. Around the world, how many indigenous people live in forests? 1 million, 5 million, 8 million, or 50 million? How many indigenous people live in forests?
I'm going to go with that 8 million.
8 million?
What was it? Read it, the choices again.
Let's see. Oh shoot, I just lost it here. Where did it go? Sorry, I lost that.
Wood grain is killing it too, by the way.
Hang on. Hang on here.
It's
I'll
okay.
get back to it real quick. Be just a second.
I think I'm gonna.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Around the world, how many indigenous people live in forest? 1 million, 5 million, 8 million, or 50 million?
5.
That's an 8.
5? Jack, you said 8?
Correct.
All right. The correct answer is 50 million.
That was close.
What?
Forests are home to 50 million indigenous people around the world.
Wow.
More than populations of Tokyo, Mexico City, London, New York, and Cairo combined.
That was terrible. Oh my God. That was terrible. Oh my God. Okay. Bruh. I'm getting destroyed. Still 4-0. Do we have any more or is that it?
Yeah, we got more.
Okay. Let's do two more.
Which land-based ecosystem holds the most biodiversity? For example, concentration of plants and animals.
Okay.
So which land-based ecosystem holds the most biodiversity? Is it A, tropical forest, B, African savanna, C, South Pacific islands, or D, coral reefs? Which land-based ecosystem holds the most biodiversity?
I'm going to go coral.
Coral?
Carl! Get over here, Carl!
Carl! Carl!
Repeat the choices one more time.
Tropical forests, African savanna, South Pacific islands, or coral reefs?
The first one.
Tropical forests?
I guess.
All right. You are correct, Pascal.
Oh, finally! Oh, thank you. I'd like to thank...
Tropical forests cover less than 7% of the Earth's land mass, but are home to about 50% of all living things on the planet.
I will take that. I will gladly take that. I will gladly take that. One more.
All right, one more.
I mean, I lost, but one more.
How many people in the world are dependent on fish as their main source of daily protein? Is it A, 1 out of every 10 people, B, 2 out of every 10 people, C, 3 out of every 10 people, or D, 8 out of every 10 people?
I'm going to go with D.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're going 8, Pascal?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have to go 3 then. 3 out of.
All right. 8 is correct.
Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, it might be. Because there's just so many places out there that, like, rivers and streams and stuff is like their main source of food.
Yeah. They say 43% of the world's population eats fish every day. So,
Dang.
yeah.
Right. All right.
Thank you.
And that is the quiz.
And that was Pop Quiz Hot Shot.
Good trying, man. You did a great try, Pascal.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, Jack. How dare you? How dare you speak to me like that? You know, damn. Anyway, well, that was fun. Now it's time to go into birthdays. Shall we? And also, you know, happy Earth Day to everybody. One more time. What were we going to say? What were you guys saying?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I thought one of you guys was saying something.
Yep.
So,
no, the delay is kind of messing with everything.
Yes, it's destroying me right now. It's destroying me right now.
All right.
Man. Okay, so no music.
Are you ready?
No music today because the internet is very, very slow right now. So we're just gonna keep it as is, keep it straight funky, and have some good times and stuff. And yeah. So happy birthday to everybody who is celebrating their birthdays. It is celebrity birthday time. So Jack is gonna be describing the celebrities that are celebrating their birthday today, and you get to guess. So let's see if you're smarter than me and Tom. Let's get it.
Okay, we got 6 today, so let's see what happens.
Okay.
We got turning 30 years old today out of Houston, Texas. This rapper, born Richard Colson Baker, he gained fame with a stamp of approval in 2006, and he won MTV's Breaking Woody Award in 2012. In 2018, he starred as Felix in Netflix's Bird Box. He collaborated with Little John in 2012 on
MGK.
Lace Up.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Eminem have had a few. MGK. Yep.
One for me.
Turning 34 years old today out of Austin, Texas. This movie actress claimed to fame with the lead role in Pineapple Express. Also was in Never Back Down, The Stepfather,
Amber Heard.
The River Y, Drive Angry, and in Magic Mike XXL. Correct. All right. We got 54-year-old TV actor has a birthday today, and his big role was in The Walking Dead. He's also been in Grey's Anatomy and Supernatural, and in The Watchmen as the comedian. He was engaged to his Weeds co-star, Mary Louise Parker, in 2008 for a little bit.
Is that Bernthal?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I don't know his name. But Negan.
Yeah.
He's Negan. He's Negan.
This is Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Negan.
Dang.
Yep.
Oh,
Good call.
I actually knew that, but I forgot I knew that. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. Eeny, meeny,
All right.
miny, mo.
Out of Bernice, Louisiana, turning 48 years old today. He has rose to fame as A&E's Duck Dynasty CEO of Duck Commander.
Was it Phil Robertson or something?
Close. His son.
Oh.
He's the main narrator of Duck Dynasty.
Don't know.
I've never seen
It's,
Duck Dynasty.
okay, it's Willie Robertson.
Willie Robertson.
Okay.
Give you a half point on that one. You got the surname. So, all right, we got our last two here. Out of Ulyanovsk, Russia. He passed away in 1924 at the age of 53. He would have had a birthday today, but this Russian communist was the Bolshevik leader during the Russian Revolution and the premier of the Soviet Union in 1917 until 1922 when he died.
Lenin?
Lenin, correct.
Good job. Damn.
Yes.
That's correct.
I am the walrus.
That's right.
Cuckoo,
I am the
cuckoo.
walrus.
All right, and the final birthday for today, from New Jersey, this 83-year-old today is a celebrated actor. He was Jack Torrance in The Shining,
Oh, yeah.
Frank Costello in The Departed. He won the Best Actor
Jack
for
Nicholson.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and As Good as It Gets.
That is correct.
That is correct. Happy birthday to all them famous people out there. And all them
Yes.
less famous people, too.
Happy birthday to everybody, that walked through those velvet curtains and breathed in this wonderful thing called life. Happy birthday to everybody. And of course, everybody who has had a birthday today that has either passed or that, obviously isn't a celebrity. You guys are just as important to us as any other celebrity on this planet. So happy birthday. And, yesterday actually was, speaking of dog psychology, yesterday was both of my dogs' birthdays. That makes no sense. They're not twins, but we decided to have them have the same birthday. Don't ask why. Don't ask why. But we celebrate their birthdays yesterday. Yes, they had a cup full of whipped cream.
Huh.
Lucky them. Anyway, Stacy just asked something on YouTube, which is a very good question. She said, "Hey Pascal, when will Scott Schwartz be back on the show, or did I miss it?" Okay, so Scott Schwartz was on the show like last week or about a week before that. He was on. We had a really great conversation, so go check that out. It's on one of the shows from the past. Actually, I will be putting up his full or segment, a piece of his interview up here a little bit later on today, because it is he definitely gets in and starts talking about his thoughts on Corey Feldman and all that. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. But I will be on a little bit later on today, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. Of course, Jack and Tom, thank you so much for being on the show as always. We appreciate it, or I appreciate it.
Yep.
Anyway, it's time to get going,
pleasure.
guys. Anyway, it's time to get going, guys. And I'll be on a little bit later on today for sure. So be on the lookout, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? And hopefully the internet will be a lot better at that time. So time to go. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys at 5. Much love to you guys. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Sex, money, power, respect. All of us in this community. All the good people different to me.
Hey, take up your glass.
The festival's crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their seconds and loves are unique. All of us under surveillance.